Hey, welcome back to the show. Special birthday edition today. That would be my birthday. But before I head out and make the most out of these 24 hours, I wanted to share a little something with you. I met with a mom and dad yesterday, parents of a middle school age child, getting ready to make the transition into high school here this coming year. And just to sit down and really talk about where they're at and where the child's at. And there'd been a little bit of angst there in the relationship between parents and child, and it's something I think that comes up quite often, that I've seen at least in that middle school years, that couple of years as kids get ready to make the transition into high school. And the angst, it's really coming from the change in relationship between parents and kids, because you grow up, your child grows up, and you kind of go from being the person who provides everything as a parent, just meeting the very basic of needs when your kids are very young. You know, you're feeding them, you're clothing them. And then you kind of move into this awkward transition around middle school where your child is really wanting to develop an independence, something that they're trying to define who they are as people, separate from mom and dad, trying to really find out who they are as individuals. And so there gets to be a little bit of tension, because your child is saying, hey, I want to become this independent person. I really don't need your help with all this. And it can come to a head in the academics. And I say that because kids typically are not wanting so much help with their homework now. They don't want to show you their homework. They really don't want to talk about their grades. And the words from the kids are, hey, just let me handle this. Don't need your help anymore. And that can be a real challenge, I think, for parents. Mainly because you're used to being the one that is providing all of the assistance, and you see your child struggling, and so naturally you want to be able to help them out, but your child is saying, no, I don't want your help anymore. So what do you do? What do you do? First word of encouragement to you is think about how you want your relationship to be with your child. Not only this coming year, but project 8 years down the road. And I say 8 because you've got the 4 years of high school, and then you've got 4 years of college, and add a couple more if you're just getting into middle school. But 8 to 10 years down the road, now you're looking at a relationship with an adult. And you're really building on that relationship right now as your child enters into adolescence. So how do you want that relationship to be, not only this coming year, but 8 to 10 years from now? The reason I ask parents to do this is because it really starts to help create a vision for the decisions that you make and the time that you spend with your child. So no longer are you getting into the arguments about, why didn't you get your homework done, or it's not done, up to expectations, or I see you struggling and let me help you with your homework. You kind of remove yourself from that role because it's no longer part of the relationship that you want to have with your child. That being said, you still need to be a very supportive part of your child's life, but just in a different role right now. And if you want to focus specifically on the academic arena, what you may want to consider is kind of dropping out of that teacher role when you see that your child is struggling academically, especially if they're not really wanting your assistance, and really trying to pull somebody else in. And whether that's a classroom teacher, trying to get a little bit of extra time, maybe after school or sometime during the school day for a little bit of the one-on-one tutoring with that teacher if they're open to that, or trying to find someone, an actual tutor, to come to your home after school. And I did a show on tutoring a little while back, and I'll have to find the link to that and give it to you. But I really like the idea of bringing somebody in who's just kind of an objective party that doesn't have any other emotions tied to the relationship. I say that because I think parents get themselves into a situation where they're really battling with their child, and it's negatively impacting the relationship that you have with your child over the course of years. So you want to remove yourself from that and really bring somebody else in who can help to meet those needs. And you still are very supportive. You're providing that for your child. So you're still very much engaged, but just in a different role right now. But, the big one is, number one, think about how you want your relationship to be with your child, because that's really going to help to alleviate a lot of the frustration that comes into that relationship where your child wants to be an independent person and you still kind of want to hold on to that role as the primary teacher in your child's life. So, hey, that is the big birthday episode. Hope your Thursday is off to an incredible start. I know mine is. I will see you back tomorrow for the big show.